Happy Earth Day.
To who?
To you, to everyone, the two of you,
Earthlings.
John, the Earthlings, as Jeff said.
Yeah. Earthling.
Yeah. Did anyone celebrate Earth Day at all? Did you think about Earth Day or know it was Earth Day or?
I knew it was, and I kind of just reminisced as to how different it was 50 years ago when he started it.
Ah, yes.
It's not quite the movement it was. It's kind of been ingrained in us, I think, which is a good thing.
Or it could be that the news is just drawn into other major events.
Yeah, that's true, too.
There's that problem. I would expect that many people will be outside tonight. It was 72 when I came in.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside.
Hello, Lori. Happy Wednesday. Lori must be muted.
What?
Oh, I thought maybe you were muted because you were waving.
Oh, I always wave.
I bet you celebrated Earth Day today, right?
Well, I just went out to the park after I finished my work here to just, I guess so. I sort of did. I guess I think every day is Earth Day. I don't know.
It is, you're right.
I just did what I do. Yeah.
Well, I was just reminding people a few minutes ago, you need a blanket for extra height, a bolster, 2 pillows if you have them, or whatever makeshift kinds of things you have around. Water's nice. Closing out the external noise if you have barking dogs around you in your neighborhood or in your house, whatever you can do to find that peaceful quiet, to be able to focus in. And we'll begin by sitting up tall, lengthening the spine, finding that comfortable seat, easy pose, whatever that looks like for you tonight. And just noticing the breath, how it's moving, where it tends to settle most often, and where is your energy in your body. What are we bringing to the mat tonight? Are there challenges? There's tension in the body. So we center with the breath, just paying attention. Paying attention to the movement and how our body feels. And then with awareness, we begin to lengthen the spine. We feel the chest rise on the inhale and breathe deeply, pulling that breath into the base of the belly, taking in as much air as we can hold. And then lengthening the exhale, allowing the shoulders to fall down and away from the ears. And feeling that rhythm, feeling the ebb and the flow. With awareness of the earth, And the way the wind moves outside to nourish the trees. And the faces of people walking out and just enjoying that weather. And if we allow ourselves, we can feel that energy internally and externally. Noticing, feeling the rhythm of breath. And we watch the thoughts as they move in or maybe move out. Asking ourselves, is it easy to sit here like this? Is it comforting? Or does my mind direct me to jump up and do something or grab something or change something? Is my mind in sync with the breath? Or is it fighting the relaxation? So we watch in order to have clarity of how it is that we're feeling, and maybe a clue as to what we need in our practice. So as we become aware again of lengthening the spine, creating space in the vertebrae, we're going to begin to twist. Twisting in the base of the spine, the lowest area of the vertebrae. And thinking of that tonight in a 3-part movement. So as we begin to twist, we bring our awareness to our hips. And we twist in the lowest part of the spine, realizing where we stop, low. Then middle part of the spine is left hand reaches for right knee. And then taking right hand behind us as we twist upper spine, placing that right palm down parallel with the spine. And then gently looking over our right shoulder and twisting our eyes as far as they will twist, looking as far as we can, all the way around to the right. Breathing deep into the belly, elongating the inhale and the exhale. And then we release the eyes, the neck, the shoulder, coming back around. Again, coming into the alignment and noticing the way the right side feels after that stretch. And if you're sitting cross-legged, perhaps putting the other leg on top, this time just changing the position, lengthening the spine once again, beginning the stretch in the base of the spine, lowest part of the twist is where we're focusing first, and we go as far as we can, we pause, middle spine as far as we can, taking right palm, reaching for left knee, and taking left hand, placing that behind us, twisting all the way into the upper spine. Looking as far as we can to the left, gently twisting our neck for a nice neck stretch, and looking as far as we can, twisting those eyes. You may feel some vertebrae pop. You might even hear it. You're creating space and movement. And we breathe deeply. Releasing the eyes, the neck, the shoulders, gently coming back around. And not forcing, but just slowly walking forward to release any tightness in the lower back, walking the hands out. Just gently reaching out, feeling that stretch in the lower back and along the spine. Fingertips walk away. And walk yourself back up, coming all the way up. And maybe rolling right shoulder up, back and around, left shoulder, right, and then left, feeling the lifting along your vertebrae from the lower back, middle back, upper back. And then both shoulders up, back, and around. If you have any old neck injuries or tend to hold a lot of tension or stress in your neck and shoulders, the American Arthritis Association recommends that we always roll backwards, never forward. Most especially if there's arthritis in your family or you have joint pain in multiple areas. And so whenever you feel that you've had enough of those shoulder rolls, listen to what your body says is enough for you. And being gentle and aware. So we're going to start with a supported bridge tonight and work into some stretches as we normally do on the floor. Maybe use a light support for your neck and shoulders depending on what you need. So I'm going to take this blanket behind me just as a support for the shoulders. Pull my bolster in a little closer. And also the recommendation online today was you can make a bolster with multiple blankets folded in a bolster shape, stacking those on top of each other as well, or rolling up a sleeping bag as we've talked about before. So I'm just going to gently lift my hips up onto the bolster, find my support for my back, and come all the way down. If you feel like you need something under your neck, go ahead and do that. Find what's right for you. And then lift your hips and adjust that bolster into whatever's right for you. That needs to be underneath, probably like waist level, to feel the support that you're looking for here. And you don't want too much height at your neck or your head. And then we're going to lift our legs up, seeing if we can stretch those legs, maybe holding behind the thighs and bending the feet toward us, toes come back toward our nose, roll the ankles around, seeing if you can release any tension or tightness in the feet and the ankles and the legs. Just lifting our legs up this way is so much like legs up the wall, and it right away takes some work off the heart. And then maybe just move your legs around a little bit, see where you need to loosen up. You might want to cross your ankles, bring your knees in towards your chest. Just looking for tension, where you need to loosen up, maybe continuing to move the feet around. And eventually you're going to make your way down to put both legs down the bolster. And if you can keep your ankles uncrossed, go ahead and do that. But if your bolster is narrow and your legs cannot balance here, you can go ahead and cross your ankles. Just find comfort in the position of the bolster and the position of your legs. And go ahead and roll your palms open. You can walk your shoulders down away from your ears, lengthen your arms. You can try that for comfort in your arms. Or you can come up into cactus with the arms, but palms open. That's really important for stress relief. Also, it's a great symbol for an open mind. And as you relax here, bring your mind into the woods. Think about laying on the floor of the woods, the wet, cold, perhaps, leaves and grass starting to grow beneath your arms. And visualize and allow yourself to feel the floor of the earth. Breathe in the freshness of springtime, the smell of grass and trees and leaves. What sounds would you hear out in that space? Make any adjustments for comfort. and relaxation. And then begin to direct your breath, moving that all the way through the channel in order to nourish your spirit, your mind, your bloodstream, your heart. And with your next deep inhale, notice the places where you feel supported. The support under your head, under your shoulders, your upper back. The support under your hips and the support for your legs, where your feet may meet the earth. And notice where your mind goes. Notice the thoughts that come up and the thoughts you might choose to let go. And know that every deep inhale and every full exhale allows you to sink a little more into your practice. That you have the power to settle and direct your energy with the rhythm of your own breath. So if stillness is a challenge, focus on the movement of the breath. Maybe sending that breath anywhere that you have excess energy, or you feel that you want to move or change your posture. Just send your breath. And we focus on the support where we're rooted. And the awareness of the roots running deeper than the physical body, deeper than the mental body. How and where is it that your roots feed you today? Maybe you're searching among the trees for what appears only in the roots. And as you bring your awareness deeply into the roots, the support, your strength, the grounding energy of rooting, what do you see? Is there something for you to learn and know and connect with in your roots tonight? A strong and powerful tree has very deep roots extending way out, far and wide and deep. So with just a little motion, a little effort, bring your feet to the mat on each side of your bolster. Hips still remaining in a supported bridge pose, and bring your right knee into your chest. Maybe a little help from your hands wrapping around here, feeling the curve of the spine, the lower back. Roll that ankle around if that feels right to you, and bring the right ankle to the left knee for a figure 4 stretch, and then bring that left thigh in toward the chest. The support of your bolster helps the flexibility of your spine, but if that's uncomfortable to you, most definitely push it away and find what's right for you. And then reach that left foot up, again extending the one leg, and see if you can pull that in a little closer to your chest. And roll the ankle around. Popping and cracking is often air in the joints, so you're creating some space here. And then bring that foot down, release the right leg, both feet come down to the bolster. Maybe windshield wiper just slightly here, finding your balance with your bolster. And then we're going to bring left ankle to right knee and pull right thigh in toward chest. Roll the ankle around, maybe extend the leg. Finding a hamstring stretch in this at the same time. And then we'll release that right foot down. Both feet come back down to the mat, lift the hips, push the bolster away. And the knees pointed to the ceiling. We're going to roll the knees to the right, using your left palm to pull the knee down to the floor, trying to keep shoulders on the mat, feeling that stretch across the hip. And down. And then bending the knees, coming back to center and repeating in opposite direction. Maybe even extending your right arm out just to give that shoulder a little more stability and keeping it flatter on the floor. Again, you can extend your legs out here, just seeing what that feels like, if that deepens the stretch for you. And then releasing that, coming back to center, walking the feet down and away, walking the heels out, taking arms overhead, reaching your arms way out overhead, lengthening the body, and then sweeping the arms around to the side, rolling over on one side, using our arm strength to come all the way up, bringing the bolster in close again. And we're going to move into child's pose here, so knowing what height you need. You can certainly build your bolster up with extra supports, with extra blankets, whatever works for you. Finding that height. Restorative yoga isn't about how deep you go. It's about allowing your body the support that's just right for you. Listening to what's good for you and how that works. If you have trouble kneeling, you can use extra blankets under your knees. You also can take that right behind your knees and use that as a little extra support as you come all the way down, walking your arms down and finding that gentle relaxation for your shoulders, for your neck and shoulders. Making any adjustments, maybe widening the knees just a bit. May want to bring the toes together or not. finding what's right. And begin to sink in again with the breath, deep breathing. Relaxing the forehead, the eye area, thinking about the muscles in your face and just relaxing the eyes across the bridge of the nose into the cheekbone region and temples. Allowing that relaxation to come down into the hollows of the cheeks. Just breathing into that spaciousness and then down into the upper jawline. The lower jaw relaxes, the tongue settles at the bottom of the mouth. And you feel and notice how the entire face being relaxed changes your energy. The stress of a busy day or the challenges in life can so often be seen and felt in the face. So the awareness of relaxing that jaw, bringing that relaxation around to the back of the neck, where the spine meets the head, breathing into that space, relaxing here. Making any adjustments to the neck and shoulders that feel right and more comfortable. Breathing down into the upper back in between the shoulder blades. Awareness of how the muscles feel in the neck and shoulders. Looking for any adjustments that can be made here to relax and settle a little deeper. So faith, it seems, can be defined as the effort to believe in light when we're covered by clouds. And though it feels like the sun will never come out again, the truth is it has never stopped burning in its light. In fact, its heat and warmth is burning steadily right now on the far side of whatever clouds we're under. The light of our higher power, in whatever way we see that, is always there, shining. It's our job to let the clouds move away, or how we can move out from underneath the clouds in order to feel that light. Feel the power and the love and the energy that's always there. Our job to see if in some way we're blocking the light. What is my part in the challenges that I face? Where and how can I shift in order to let that light shine in and through and around me? And breathe that awareness in, that the light is always shining. Breathe that deep into the roots of that powerful tree-like energy that is you. And if you haven't done so already, with as little effort as possible, turn your head in the other direction. And breathing in again into the back of the neck and the shoulders. Noticing if there's any tension now that you're looking in the other direction. And visualize a bright, bold sunlight penetrating into the back of your neck and in between your shoulder blades, and feel that warmth coming all the way through to your throat. Whenever you feel ready, after that next deep exhale, allow yourself to rise up with as little effort as possible. As you come up, if your bolster is lifted up, you may want to leave it in that place, or you may want to let the bolster come down. The choice is yours. But you're going to bring your hips to the back of the bolster for a heart opener. You may want a little more support for your neck tonight. This gives you the sense of having a ramp if you don't have blocks at home, or if you'd like to build a ramp with your bolster by using blocks underneath. Pillows don't really give us a great ramp underneath, but they can give us a ramp in this sense, the way you see me working with this. And we're going to just bring ourselves back gently, and you may want to use your extra support by putting the pillows under your knees, the extra blanket, just whatever works for you to feel comfortable and supported as you gently walk your way back. And opening your palms up, finding a comfortable position for your arms to rest. Finding that place to sink in and settle. And always we're looking for as little motion and effort to sink into the deep breathing. And that peaceful calm that's always as close as our breath. Making any adjustments for comfort, any adjustments that are needed to support your legs, or if you need to adjust that bolster underneath you, or the support for your head, go ahead and do that now. Finding that just right place for your arms. Palms are open. And we pull that breath all the way down into the base of our belly, finding a deep centered rhythm. And again, we look for the support that's under our head, the support that's there for our neck, our shoulders, our back, our spine, our hips, and our legs. And maybe now's the time to ask yourself if you're allowing the support that's around you in your daily life, if you're allowing that support. Or do you always or sometimes choose the harder way? Where can we allow more support in our daily lives? How can I sink into this heart-opening practice? And as you breathe in the next time, feel that energy in your chest, maybe placing your right hand over your heart and connecting with your heart energy. As you breathe in, feel that sunlight again penetrating the skin, the face, shining boldly on your face, feeling it on your throat and into your chest, and expanding down internally and externally. That golden bright light, we're allowing that in and feeling that light as it shines in and through us. And knowing that just like the sun, as it moves in and through us, it moves out of us, way beyond our awareness. Letting there be room for not knowing is the most important thing of all. When there's a big disappointment, we don't know that that's the end of the story. It may just be the beginning of a great adventure. Life is like that. We don't know anything. We call something bad, we call something good, but we just don't really know. And those words are from Pema Chodron. But we do know what the light is. And we do know how to allow it, even if we forget sometimes. And as we breathe in, we visualize the expansion of our light and our energy and our heart. Our heart energy expanding out beyond our own bodies into the world around us, encompassing the people that we love and care for. Knowing that it moves beyond our homes, toward our neighbors and the people on the street, people we've never met, and people that we bring into our heart mind are enveloped in that beautiful golden light. With every breath we expand. And we can send that energy out to anyone in our lives that need it right now. We see them in enveloped in the golden light. That golden light of God, the God of their understanding, and the God of our understanding for us. Feeling our connection to our roots, the connection to our truth. And after that next exhale, with as little effort as possible, gently roll off your bolster. Lift yourself up gently as you prepare for the next posture. And then bring whichever hip is closest to the edge of the bolster, and we'll move into that supported twist. So we line our bolster up with our torso. We bring our feet into deer pose, so bottom foot meets top knee. And we gently walk ourselves down, looking out toward our knees, making any adjustments to your hips. Maybe extra support under your hips would be nice tonight with a blanket, whatever you feel that you need. Listen to what's right for you. Always sinking back into the breath, to the awareness. Finding comfort and adjustment. As we move our breath, we move our energy. We can shift our thoughts into that gentle, peaceful relaxation. We come to understand that when we're upset, we're either anticipating or remembering. Past and future thoughts give the present a bad reputation. My strength comes from the amazing grace of simply knowing the difference. Knowing the difference between past and future. Knowing that our peace is in the present moment. Right here and right now. And learning practicing the ability to quiet the busy mind that always wants to take us out of now. If you'd like, you can turn your head in the other direction for a little deeper stretch into the neck and shoulder muscles. But knowing if that's too much, if it causes any pinching or pain, come back to where you were before. After that next exhale, using your arm strength, just lifting yourself up just enough to switch to the opposite hip and repeating on the other side. Remembering bottom foot comes to top knee to give your hips a little deeper relaxation. That works for you. Using any support under your hips or your lower back or your head, anything that feels good to you tonight. And if you'd like, you can turn your head in the opposite direction, giving your neck and shoulders a deeper stretch. If that's comfortable for you. And after that next full exhale, make your way up and prepare for Savasana, our last posture of the night, in whatever way is your favorite. I know some of you like legs up the wall. Others of you may like the bolster under your knees, or maybe you want something just as simple as knees you may want to cover up. For a little extra comfort, pillow under your head, whatever is your preference. How can you relax in the deepest way as you settle in for the end of the practice? Maybe you want a drink of water before you go there. Finding comfort, finding calm, allowing your physical body to show you where the mental body hides tension, hides discomfort, hides stress. So we breathe in and we settle with every inhale and every exhale. We bring our mind's eye to a path in the woods, a path before us, green and bark and mud and all the beauty that the woods holds for us. And there's some golden light filtering through the trees. We begin to make our way down that path, slowly and mindfully, taking in the smells and the beauty and the lush green. Just breathing it all in. What is the question that I'm asking today? What is it that my soul needs to know in order to allow the life I was meant to live? What is that question your mind is asking? And settle in with that. Allow that question to develop if it's not clear. How might I change the way things are in my daily life in order to allow things to be the way they need to be, the way my heart wants them to be? And breathe deeply. It may help you to put your hand on your heart, your right hand on your heart, and your left hand on your belly, just to connect to the energy. You may want to stay just as you are. And breathe into that spaciousness of the heart. And continue to walk in the woods, walking toward more sunlight An expansion of clarity that's waiting for you. Walk toward the light as it gets brighter and bolder, as the trees part, and you see an area where you can walk and sit down on a large log in the sunlight. If you have shoes on in your mind, take them off and push your feet into the earth and feel that energy. Feel those roots, the roots that support you, the roots that give you strength and balance and trust and willingness to grow and move toward the light. To move toward who you were meant to be fully and completely. Whenever you feel ready, roll over to one side, use your arm as a pillow if you don't already have a pillow. Pull your knees into your chest, curling the spine close together, curling into a seed pose, feeling the benefits of the stretch in your practice. And whenever you feel ready, gently make your way up into a seated position, into easy pose, hands at heart. Once again, feeling that energy of your heart. And breathing in whatever it is you're meant to know and to hold on to tonight. We'll close our practice together, bowing, but first bringing our hands to our head for clarity of mind, and to our lips for clarity of words, to throat for the ability to speak what we know into our heart. And we close, Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Thank you all for practicing on the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. How wonderful. And so we'll visualize sitting in the woods in a bright golden sunlight in a nice circle for any who would like to join for the meeting.